Happy holidays, everybody. I thought that since the holidays are coming up, now would be a really good time to do part one of the holiday survival guide. I've had a lot of requests asking about drinking during the holidays. I'm not an alcoholic. This is just all props. But anyway, I had questions about alcoholic drinks, non-alcoholic drinks, so I thought I would break it all down for you in this video. So first, let's start off with coffee drinks. So who doesn't like Starbucks, Caribou, whatever your coffee chain of choice is? There have tons of holiday drinks out right now, which are amazing, but loaded with sugar, fat, and calories. So you really need to be careful whenever you are getting a holiday drink. So some of my biggest tips for going out to get coffee: number one, stick to a tall. I know it's really, really hard, but the larger the size, the more calories, the more sugar, the more fat. So get the small size. I know at Starbucks it's a tall. I'm pretty sure everywhere else it's just a small. But anyway, get the small size. Second thing is try to make your drink skinny. So what I mean by that is skim milk, or I like to substitute actually even almond milk or soy milk or whatever milk of choice that you like, but get the low-fat version. And then also get these sugar-free syrups. So I know they have a lot of sugar-free syrups, vanilla, peppermint, so ask your barista if sugar-free is an option for the drink you are ordering. If it is, make sure you go for that, and then the skim or the alternative milk option. Then also, no whipped cream. I know some of you love the whip, and if you want to spend some of your calories on the whip, that is entirely up to you. But the whipped cream definitely does add sugar and calories to it. So make sure you nix the whipped cream on top. Otherwise, my other suggestion is to make your holiday drink at home. So I've always been a fan of Starbucks' peppermint mocha. So what I do is I brew my own coffee. I put in a little bit of almond milk, and then I do about a third of a scoop of this guy, which is the level 1 from First Form peppermint bark. And it is amazing. Not only have I cut out a lot of sugar, a lot of fat, a lot of calories, but I've added protein, which is gonna help keep me full longer, and it's gonna help keep my body in that fat burning state. So lots of bonuses with doing the protein coffee instead of going to Starbucks. Plus, you're gonna save some money, which is always a good thing. All right, moving on, eggnog. I'm going to be straight with you guys. I am not an eggnog drinker. I do not like it. I've never liked it. But I know there are a lot of people who love it. And I also just learned that apparently lots of people make it at home. News to me. No idea. Anyway, so if you are making your eggnog at home, cut the sugar in half at least. Try to use a lower fat options for all of your ingredients. And then if you're cutting the sugar, you might want to up your spices just a little bit, and you won't even notice it's gone. Or so I'm told by people who drink eggnog and make their own eggnog. If you are going to the store, make sure that you're reading the labels. I know there's a lot of light and low fat. I don't know if there's a fat-free eggnog, but I do know that there's like a light option. Be careful with those though, because lots of times they add extra sugar or sugar substitutes in to make them more flavorful because they are reducing the fat content. So read the label. That is my biggest suggestion with that one. And if you are going to splurge and have some eggnog, make sure you look at the portion size. So if it is an 8-ounce portion, make sure you try to stick to an 8-ounce portion. I know sometimes it's out of your control. Other people are pouring. Try to eyeball it. Maybe just don't drink the whole glass. And then moving on to the alcoholic drinks. So first of all, it's the holidays. If you want to have a drink, have a drink. There's no reason to feel guilty about it. Just make sure you don't go over the top with it. And by that, I mean lots of sugary additives. And remember portion size as well. So just to give you guys an idea, a cocktail roughly is usually about 200 calories. So if you're having one margarita, think about 200 calories. And then think about how many you want to have and how many you actually should have. So if you are typically, a 2 to 3 margarita kind of person, well, that's 400 to 600 calories. So keep that in mind while you're ordering your cocktails. For cocktails, the best options are going to be your clear alcohols, so not your dark ones. Tequila, vodka, anything that's clear is going to be a better option. It's going to be lower calorie. So tequila, a shot of tequila is about 70 calories versus like a vodka and soda, that's about 65. So when you are mixing, if you're not doing just straight up shots, you're mixing your alcohol, you're having a cocktail, think about mixing it with water, or I hesitate to say diet soda because that makes your brain think you're getting more sugar, and so then you're gonna crave more, so then you're more likely to have another drink. But like a seltzer would be a really good option for that. So water or seltzer, try to stick to those two. And then if you need some flavoring, natural lime, natural lemon. That's the way to go for cocktails. For wine and champagne drinkers, champagne is going to be about 100 calories per serving. And wine can be anywhere from 125 to like almost upwards of 180, depending on what kind of wine you're drinking. Now, the biggest thing with wine, I know it does have a lot of benefits, so I'm not going to knock that, but is portion size. So a serving of wine is typically about 5 ounces. Just to give you an idea, this is what 5 ounces roughly looks like. So it's a little bit less than you would think. So keep that in mind. And then for beer, depending on the kind you're drinking, obviously this is going to change, but it's about 150 calories. So my biggest advice, again, for the drinking of alcohol just in general is to limit yourself and then balance it. So 1 alcoholic beverage to 1 8-ounce glass of water, and make sure you're going back and forth. Also, make sure during the day, if you are planning on drinking that night, you stick to your healthy eating schedule. You make sure to get in a little bit of extra protein and maybe lay off some of the carbohydrates and fats because you'll be getting those in your cocktails or your eggnog or your holiday drink. So balance throughout the day is really, really key when it comes to drinking. But anyway, I hope this helped you. I hope you feel more prepared now when you go to your holiday parties and you know what to order